All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash Brakathum. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the Ruel, and the salute and the Shalom to all the Akim that are out to labor pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. The title of this lesson will be maybe, I'm not sure of the title yet, but let's get Proverbs 6 and 6. It says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise." It says, "Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise." Right, man? Now, ants know automatically what they must do, all right, what they have, all right, what they have to accomplish. They know what they must accomplish, man. So, Aki, man, in this knowledge, man, we know what we must accomplish, man. Right, man? Because we want that crown of life from the chief shepherd, right? Our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay? So we must, all right, so we know what we must do to receive that. We must give all we can in this knowledge, man, and be hot for it, man. Because it say what? In Romans 12 and what? 11? It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving Yahweh Shem Shai. So man, we must be hot for this truth, man. We must be hot in this knowledge, man. Right? Because it say what? As it were your minds to go astray, so returning, seek him 10 times more. So we must seek Yahweh Shem Shai 10 times more, man. And we must stay in these scriptures, man. It says, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler. It says, though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work. It says what? They labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. But you lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you wake up? A little sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. It says a little folding of the hands to rest. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. Right, man? So, ants know what they must accomplish. We know what we must accomplish, man. So, we can't be lazy in this truth, man. We must be fervent, man. We must be hot for it. Because in book of Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Put your all into it. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. Right, man? So we must put our all in. So we must put our all into this, man. Right, man? We must be faithful with the talent that we got. Right, man? Even if we got, even if some of us have 10 talents, 5 talents, 2 talents, or 1 talent. We must be faithful with the talent that we got. And we must put our all into it. Right, man? It says, and this is Romans 12 and 11. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving Yahweh Shem Shai, right? It says what? Never be lazy, but work hard and serve Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah enthusiastically. This is Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Right, man? Now you have lazy people that desire to have things, but they don't want to work for it though. They want handouts. You have to work for what you desire, man. And we desire the crown of life. So we must work to receive the crown of life. It says, he that is slothful, this is Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. Right? You're basically taking up space, man. You ain't doing shit. You're just being lazy. It says, Proverbs 22:29. Seest thou a man, it says, seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. Right? Proverbs 24:30-34. It say, I went by the field of the slothful, by the vineyard of the man void of understanding, and lo, it was all grown. All right, Con, it was all grown over with thorns and nettles. Had covered. It says, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well, and I looked upon it. Since I looked upon it and received instruction, yea, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an worn man. Proverbs 26:13-16, it says, the slothful man saith, there is a lion in the way, and a lion is in the it says a lion in the streets. As the door turneth upon its hinges, so doth the slothful upon his bed. The slothful hideth his hand in his bosom. It grieveth him to bring it to his mouth. The sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason. Right? This is Proverbs, Matthew 25:26. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him that hath 10 talents. For every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So if you are lazy, you will be destroyed, man. If you are cold in this truth, man, if you're not fervent, you will be destroyed. Let's see. Like, man, because it say what? All right, Jake, man. We put our hand to the plow, and we can't take our hand off it. We put our hand to the plow. We must keep our hand on the plow. We must keep our hand on. We must keep our hand on the plow, man. right? Because we made a vow, right? We made a vow, man. And keeping a vow, keeping an oath is very important, man. Because if you don't keep an oath, you could be put to death for that, man. Because you reneged on what came out of your mouth, man. You 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 didn't stay true to what came out of your mouth, man. So if you don't pay your vow, if you don't keep that oath, you will be destroyed. Bottom line. All right. So with that, I say shalom.